90 Bills at 68 Jets. Don Smith of the Bills, he's getting the return. He weaves through defenders, gets the ball into Jets territory, but he gets tackled and it's a fumble! Recovered by Pete Lamons. He makes the ball into Bills territory. Joe Namath, however, is sacked by Bruce Smith, and this would lead to a punt. Jim Kelly, he throws it to old reliable Don Beebe, and this would lead to a Scott Norwood field goal. Glad he's making these field goals. Jim Kelly on the next drive throws it to Don Beebe. Old reliable gets it close to the red zone, and then Jim Kelly would throw to Thermal Thomas, awaiting the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. It's a 10-point game. Matt Snell, he gets some action running the ball into Bills territory. And then the touchdown catch by Emerson Boozer. 3-point game. Jim Kelly throws it to Andre Reed. Andre Reed gets it into the red zone. And then Thermal, he pounds it in. It's a 10-point game. Joe Namath, he drops back. He would get sacked by Bruce Smith. And then Thermal catches the pitch, runs down the right side, and makes it into the end zone for the touchdown. Namath would get sacked. It's a fumble recovered by Shane Conlon for a touchdown. 4th down. Joe Namath would drop back. He'd throw to Don Maynard. He'd make the catch, and he would fumble, recovered by the Bills. And then Thermal Thomas would run by defenders, weave through them for the dagger. The Bills win 38-7 to make up for that loss to the Jets in Week 1. 76 Raiders at 72 Dolphins. Ken Stabler throws an interception to Lloyd Mumford. And then Bob Greasy finishes this off by throwing it to Larry Zonka. Jumping catch. Yepremian adds a field goal. It's 3-0. Bob Greasy, he has plenty of time to throw. He gives it deep to Paul Warfield. Jumping catch. There's no Raider in his area code. It's 10-0. Clarence Davis, he would get the handoff, making it into Dolphins territory. And then he would get another handoff. He would run it into the end zone for the touchdown. It's a 3-point game. Howard Twilley, we haven't said his name in a while. He would catch a Bob Greasy pass. And then Garo Yepremian would add another field goal. It's a 1-possession game. Mercury Morris, he shows off the acceleration and the wheels, making it into Raiders territory. And then Larry Zonka would catch it in the red zone, and Warfield would catch his second touchdown of the game. It's 20-7. Mark Van Egan catches the ball in the flats, gets it close to the red zone. And then the skinny post to Cliff Olive Branch, and nobody would catch this Olive Branch for the touchdown. It's another 1-possession game. Onside kick. Larry Zonka recovers, getting it close to the red zone. And then Marv Fleming catches the touchdown pass. That's the dagger as the Dolphins win eventually 34-14. And the Raiders snap a huge winning streak. Dolphins win 2 straight.
Chargerdude95, founder of the DSFL 4, 91 Lions, 96 Green Bay Packers. Sensational season for the excellent Barry Sanders of Detroit. 116 runs for 744 yards and 4 touchdowns. He has nearly 1,000 yards all-purpose for the Lions, and they take the early lead with that long run by Barry Sanders. Desmond Howard concludes the first quarter, begins this Green Bay drive. Then Ray Crockett scoops up a fumble. Then Detroit suffers a turnover as Jackson brings it back to the 26-yard line, and it's scooped up by Frank Winters of the Packers. And for Green Bay, which was relied on their defense, second in yards and first against the pass, it's special teams and that defense that is off to a good start. Antonio Freeman, the excellent second-year receiver out of Virginia Tech, begins this Packer drive. Then Bennett loses the ball, and it's picked up by Detroit. Lions couldn't do anything with it, and for Green Bay, one of the top offenses in the league, Favre finds Bennett, and Green Bay has taken the lead 14-7 here in the second half. Gary Clark of the Lions gets things going before Barry Sanders is off and running again for the Lions. This Detroit offense has been serviceable this season, and Herman Moore ties the ball game at 14 apiece between divisional foes. Favre on a crossing pattern hooks up with a veteran from South Carolina, Robert Brooks. Then Favre who faked the run, throws the go-ahead touchdown. 21-14. Then Herman Moore makes this catch. Time has hit zeros and the game is over. The Packers win after an incredible effort by Barry Sanders goes for naught. He had 138 yards on 10 runs.
Thank you all for viewing Week 9 of the BTFL. Remember to join us next week as we unveil the 10th week of the BTFL. Also, remember to view our content on Two Birds and a Third Football Podcast Facebook page. Like us there. Two Birds and Third, follow us on Twitter. And please watch our podcast every Wednesday on the Space Cowboy 17 YouTube channel called Two Birds and a Third Football Podcast. Thank you and have a very nice day.